I already know what you're thinking. YouTube does not have enough Iron Man account progression videos. And I could not agree more. There has to be someone who is willing to step up and fill this void. If only there was some type of no life, late game iron to save us. Well, you're in luck. Welcome to the first ever Iron Man progression series. And I mean ever. Don't look it up. Well, I say let's get right into it. First things first, we do have a Hydra task. Currently, we have about 144 left. If we look at the collection log slot for Alchemical Hydra, we have about 487. We do have the ring completed. We do have 2 Hydra tails. We do not have the claw or leather, so that's really what we're looking for here. Let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and hop right into it. All right, we are coming in at KC 500, right under the drop rate for the leather. Let's see if we get it. Yeah, don't worry about my HB. So we're actually going to take a little bit of a break from Hydra. We're actually going to move on to Yama. I have somebody waiting for me. We're going to send a couple duos, see what happens. We did get lucky the other day. He did pull a chest plate. I do have the legs, got it around 70 KC. So if we pull up the collection log, I'll show you what we have so far. Just the legs still need the helm and the chest plate. So let's see if we get lucky on that. And I haven't actually completed the Bando's Godsword yet. Well, I have completed it, but I have not put it together yet. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is see if I can figure out how to do this. All right, perfect. So I think I should be able to just use the last part on the anvil. All right, there we go. And we'll put that onto the hilt. There we go. We have the Bando's Godsword. Not really sure where I'm going to use this other than Corp and maybe some 4-man, 3-man raids, things like that. Nevertheless, this is a cool item to get. So really excited to use that. Right, we got a hard casket coming in. And nothing. So this has been the gear I've been using at Hydra for about the past 100 KC or so. I was using the blowpipe primarily for this because the blowpipe is about 1 more DPS over the Bofa. However, I really just didn't want to upkeep the scales by going back to Zora. I have finished the Zora log. For the most part, I don't have mutagen or pet, but I have the other uniques that I need. So I don't really see the need to go back to Zora unless I needed scales. And right now, I really just wanted to grind out Hydra, so I didn't want to go back and get those scales. The time I would have been spending killing Zora, I could be spending killing Hydra. So I was leaving that behind. I'm choosing the Bofa, 1 less DPS. It's a little bit more relaxed and chilled. In this clip, you see I have a bunch of tiles that I need to get rid of. That's more for the blowpipe. And I did try using the melee method by using the thing. However, I like to be efficient. I didn't want to move back and forth and also hit every single 5th tick. So I decided just to stay with the Bofa, make it simple, make it easy, not worry myself too much with that. This is KC 550, and we get nothing. Right. I have decided to lock in on Hydra this morning. This is something I've been putting off a little bit. I've been doing anything else besides Hydra. I'll come out here for maybe, maybe a trip or two and I get bored and want to move on. But I have this task I really need to finish. I would really like to get the Hydra leather. So I'm going to go ahead and lock in this morning. Already done probably about 30 KC so far. I'm going to continue to go and see if I can get something here. What's really been funny is since I haven't been wanting to do Hydra, I've been looking to do other things, and that results in me skilling. So I've actually been doing some agility at Relica, which is really funny considering I would rather do agility than Hydra. I do want to get those levels up. My goal eventually maybe to max. I've already have a max main, so I'm not too concerned about the skills, but eventually, long-term goal is to max. Like I said, it's time to lock in. Let's get the drop. I locked in. That's KC 600, 31 left on task, and I do believe we have a second or third pair of Hydra heads now sitting in inventory. Well, that's not fun to see. If we look at the loot tracker for Hydra, that's actually the second roll I have of the dragon knives. Not what you want to see on the ground. They're about 1 and 2k. Alright, that is the task completed, and we got nothing. Okay, with this layer cape equipped, let's see if we get the back-to-back, and no we don't. Never lucky. Alright, there we go. We do have another Hydra task. Only cost us about 8 skips, not too bad. Can you guys believe it? It's another clip of me not doing Hydra. I decided to come out towards the Varlamore Worm Agility course, not because this is particularly good XP an hour. I believe I'm getting around 41k, and I definitely can get more elsewhere. But there's a lot of collection log slots here that I have not gotten yet, and I believe you can complete the collection log in about 7 to 8 hours if I'm about right. So I have about 654 termites here in my inventory. That took me about roughly 3 hours to do. That was between last night watching a movie with some of the boys in Discord and this morning. That should be enough to get me the graceful set recolor. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now is I'm going to go grab a graceful set and I'm going to come right back and see if I can recolor it. Let's go ahead and trade the graceful guy, get 1 piece of each, do not buy 5. Alright, very nice. We have the full graceful set. I did not realize how little marks of grace I have left. I really need to go hit Relica a little bit more. I've been doing some poker, so I don't have a whole lot of mark of grace, but I would like to get the black graceful as well. I'm definitely going to need to get that up. Okay, so we are here at the shop. Let's go ahead and look at the graceful recolor. 650 termites, we have 654. And this should buy
Collection
one.
log
Oh,
slot completed.
I did not expect it to do all at once. But there we go. There's a bunch of collection log slots there. That puts us at 531, so not too bad. Let's go ahead and say goodbye to the Fashionscape trip. And let's put on each piece of graceful. So now I'm looking nice and buff, nice and ripped. Me and my old man account is looking very nice. Just a little PSA, don't forget to do your miscellanea. I always love doing group content when I can, so SB and I, aka Booker Boy, decided to send some Yama, and this is what happened.
Collection log
Oh!
slot completed.
That's so sick, let's go! Bro! Heck yeah, dude. They got the Soul Flame Horn. That's so sick. That is so sick. Okay, so let's see how this works. Buffs yours and your ally's next melee accuracy roll, cost additional energy per ally affected. So I should be able to run next to Yama and use this spec for 25%. Your next attack within 6 ticks, I believe, is automatically going to hit. So let's say you had a hammer or Elder Maul. I spec with this, and you're guaranteed to hit that Elder Maul. Yeah, that's huge. So we're going to try that, and I think it affects me as well. So I should be able to bring the hammer. I should be able to spec, and then use my hammer to guarantee the specs on it, which means that you can use your Burning Claw, but you can use those rather than using Arclight specs. So the horn is a pretty niche item, especially for Iron Man. One of the locations you can use it at with other accounts is raids. So we get to guarantee a ZGS spec on Mutadal, which is really nice, and bring that into Omhan to guarantee hammer specs. Very nice. Even though both you guys are going to hit regardless, probably. At least we can guarantee it. Who would have thought that this would turn into a skilling video? That is level 85 agility. Getting pretty close to finishing up that Varlamore agility collection log. And this will probably be the last time I slide down this zip line. We have 907 termites. We need 900 for the calcified acorn for the agility pet recolor. Once I buy this, this should be the last collection log slot I have for the worm course. Let's go ahead and buy that.
Collection log slot completed.
Very nice. And let's open up the collection log. I believe it's under mini games. Okay, so I lied. It's actually under other colossal worm agility. We have 8 out of 8 collection log slots for this, so we have finished with this course. We probably won't be seeing it again. Okay, we have 3 caskets coming in. Medium,
Collection log
got a
slot
collection log slot,
completed.
nice. Hard, nothing, and elite, nothing. Just confirm with Mod Ash that this is going to be the drop on KC 700. Thanks, Ash. And that is 750 KC coming in. Very nice. Alright, that was the last kill on task. Did we get lucky? No, we do not. But We go back out there, we get another task, and do it again. Slayer cape equipped. Let's get the back-to-back. Oh, we actually got the back-to-back. That is so sick. 147. Alright, so this is a task. We're actually going to get it. Just believe, manifest it. We're going to see the pink light. We're going to get that Hydrix Claw. So I actually want to switch up the content a little bit and start working towards getting these elite achievement diaries done. Right now, I have 84 smithing, and there's quite a few of those diaries that need a higher level smithing. Specifically, the Varrock diary needs 89. I would like to get the Varrock Armor 4, especially when mining amethyst. That's going to help a lot. So I'm here at the blast furnace. I'm going to use up my gold ore. I got about 24,000, which is about 1.4 million XP. That should get me to around 88 or 89. This is actually my first time using the blast furnace with the locked inventory slots, so I can just deposit inventory. I don't have to worry about doing bank fillers, and then I get to set this up with the potion storage and use one dose staminas. I don't have a lot, but that should get me through what I need to do. So let's go ahead and hop into that, and once I get bored, we'll go back to Hydra. There we go. That is level 85 smithing. Only spent about 40 minutes today doing Blast Furnace, got about 191,000 XP. So when I'm not at Hydra, I'm trying to do a little bit more skilling content or raids, things like that. So I've slowly been working up my rune crafting as I've been editing videos or doing some work on the side. I've been doing some agility, trying to get that leveled up, and now I'm starting to do a little bit of smithing to get that up. So hopefully we'll have these achievement diaries knocked out pretty soon. Dude, I just got dragon knives again. Oh, it hurt so bad. Oh, that hurt so bad to see. The orange light and everything. That is roll number 3 of the dragon knives, 1 and 2K. That's crazy. With the most recent dragon knife drop we just got from Hydra, no fitting of a time is it to just sit at the bank, cry a little bit, and look forward to what's about to happen. If you're watching this video, you probably already know a lot of the updates that are to come. Some of the major ones that I specifically want to look at is the TOA changes. I am very excited for the TOA changes. I have been doing 8-man 300s on the Mass World, and that's just because I find it more enjoyable than a solo. I would do the solo if I didn't have to do some of these methods that you need to push the invocation. For example, Baba Red X. I have no problem doing the Baba Red X. It's not something I particularly enjoy doing. If I have a 5-tick weapon, I would like to attack every 5 ticks rather than 6 ticks. So this only slows down the room, but of course you're eating less, so therefore you're probably doing more damage. Now we won't have to do the Red X. You won't be getting hit through prayer when you're praying melee. So that's a big, big change there. The big Akka change that we're about to have will be removing a lot of the balls on the last phase. This should help a lot on these higher level invocations where you really get punished due to your lack of food. So if you get hit by multiple, you're really struggling. So I'm really excited for these changes. I believe this will make solo TOA way more enjoyable than it is now. I won't feel the need to constantly do 8-man raids just to enjoy myself. Now I feel like I will be doing TOA way more than I used to. I have 5 light bearers, 1 fang, 1 ward, no misery pieces, no shadows. With these upcoming purple changes, we should be seeing more shadows and more Missouri pieces per the purples that you get. We will be seeing less purple chests. However, when you do receive those chests, you are receiving a greater likelihood of it being a shadow or these Missouri pieces if you are raid level 300 or above. Once I get that shadow, I'm probably not coming back to TOA anytime soon until I get a T-bow, then I may want the Missouri pieces. But Shadow is so good in so many places, I really would like to grind that out. So after Hydra, that's my plans. I want to sit down at TOA, I just want to grind it away. And of course, sprinkle in some skilling content, sprinkle in some other raids, things like that. I don't want to burn myself out, but I'm really excited for these TOA changes. That is 800 KC at Hydra, and we keep going. That's enough of me for one video. Thank you for staying as long as you did and watching till the end. It really helps me a lot. Subscribe and like if you haven't already. This series is kind of a passion project for me. I've been wanting to record videos for the longest time but never actually sat down to do it. So here we are, midway through an Iron Man progression series on the very first video. It really means a lot that you've stayed and watched, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Peace.